So welcome back to Goomadies Coins and Banknotes, and today we have two 1962 Australian florins. So we're going to be reviewing these coins, and let's not beat around the bush. In the past year, silver has actually shot up. So 5 years ago you would have been buying a pretty well worn florin for about $5, because that's what the bullion value was. And that's what I got most of my florins as. And now the actual value on the 24th of December, so this is Christmas Eve 2025, it's $19.50. So pretty much that's 4 times the value of what you used to buy them for. So that's basically the base price you're going to get these for. But these ones are pretty much in high grade. So this is probably EF, and this one's almost uncirculated. And this one probably would have come out of a roll, a mint roll that was sitting around. A lot of the older last coins that were issued never saw circulation. So, and this one has seen some circulation, but that also could have been just taken out and handled over a long period of time. Okay, so the first thing you notice that they had a problem with the reading on these coins. So that's the problem with that. Now, are they counterfeit? Yeah, I'm not really too sure. So here we have two earlier coins. This is 1947, 1957. You can see the reading on this one. So as for these being counterfeit, there's really no point, because if you got these, probably only sell about $15 over spot, so probably about $30, $35. But the market is in flux at the moment, so it's all over the place. That a lot of people have not adjusted their prices, so you can still get these for about $20, which you'll be paying pretty much 5 years ago. You've been paying $20 for an uncirculated coin like this. And the mintage of these ones is 13,748,000. So the last year of the pre-decimal currency, they didn't issue a lot of these coins to because in 1964 and 65 they needed these coins, but obviously in the preceding 20 years they just issued enough. So they did issue a lot of shilling coins in 1961, about 31 million, and in 1962 and 63 they issued at least 60 million sixpence coins, so maybe they were enough for the actual market. Okay, so this one has the coat of arms of Australia, and it has an emu, kangaroo, wattle, which is our national flower. You have 2 stars, which have 7 points, 1 point for each state, and another point for all the territories. The denomination, 1 florin or 2 shillings, Australia, 1962, and Kruger Grey. So he's the designer of this coin, and that's what his initials are on there. So you have the coat of arms of New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, Tasmania, Western Australia, South Australia. South Australia's changed their coat of arms, so this is no longer the actual coat of arms. And on the other side we have the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, and this is the Mary Gillick effigy. And we have in Elizabeth II, by grace of God, the Gratia Regina, Queen, Fidei Defender, so Defender of the Faith. And that's pretty much what was on these coins from 1955 to 1963. And in the decimal currency, we no longer put those mottos on it. We just have the name of the monarch as well as the country. Here's a 50-cent coin from 2006, so that's not the last effigy that was used. Anyway, so here we are on Numistar. So we've got this coined from 1956 to 1963. It's 11.31 grams of 50% silver, so that's 5.65 grams of silver, 28.8 millimeters and 2.5 millimeters in thickness. So Royal Mint, it says Royal Mint, it's pretty much, we just class as the Royal Australian Mint. And you can click on other stuff. So with the mintages, as you can see, a lot of them are actually pretty low to the 60s, because in the 60s they knew they were changing over, so they'd probably just increase the actual number of coins. So we have 13,748,000. And that's the second highest for the 60s coins, with 15,760,000 for 1960. The current price is $19.50 in bullion. So, and I reckon it's gonna go up. Okay, so as what these are selling for, so this stops on the 29th of November. And on the 29th, the silver price was about 1,823 per kilogram, or 56 US dollars per ounce. If you want to change it to Australian dollars, we have $2,783 per kilogram, or $86 per ounce, and currently it is $3,454 per kilogram, or $107 per ounce. So these prices that you're going to see on eBay are old, so you're not probably going to get a lot of these for this price. So this is November. These are probably a bit under spot. I think the price is about $15 per ounce per coin. But now, as you can see, these are actually low. Are you going to get them? No. What are people actually putting them on for these days? Yeah, $19.50. So they're listing them pretty much starting at spot, and they're going to be higher. So some people put 15% on for eBay fees, and guaranteed that these will probably purchase when the price is actually a lot lower. So $18.50. Would you buy it now? I don't know. Seems like if the silver price just settles here, yeah, it'd probably be good. Probably wouldn't last long though. 24, $18. So some people have not updated it since last week, pretty much. Okay, so as you can see, these are all, even the uncirculated ones. Now, these prices here would have been when spot prices at $5. These pretty much uncirculated coins. Now let's go back to what they were selling for. Okay, so you got selling for less than spot, where older sales, and you got October, which the spot price is a lot lower than. Okay, then we've got other ones. So pretty much uncirculated ones sold for $34. I would say take off probably $5, $6 for tracking. So about, just say 25. So really, you can get really high graded coins for less than the average wage. Yeah, and as you can see, these older ones probably not. This one's closer to now. That's yesterday, $32 plus postage. Yeah, another one. This one's not it. That's 92.5% silver. Not surprised I got 120 in that condition. 61, 60, yeah, so if you see these ones and you see the date, $12.50, you just forget about it. The spot price needs to collapse pretty much for it to go back to that price. So anyway, pretty much these coins from 1962 unless they're probably almost uncirculated to uncirculated, I would probably add $10 onto spot for those coins. All the other ones extremely fine, and below pretty much just bullion value, whatever it is on the day. So I'm going to stop actually saying what the bullion value is, because that's changing way too much these days. So anyway, thank you very much. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time, and I hope you get one of these coins. Thank you and